Right? Let's get one thing straight. We're talking about two machines that exist on a completely different plane of automotive reality. One is a luxury hypercar that costs millions, designed to waft you to the south of France at incredible speeds. The other is a stripped-down race machine, built to dominate tracks at 300 kilometers per hour. But what happens when we compare a Formula One car to the Bugatti Chiron? The results will surprise you. So why bother with this comparison? Because frankly, it's fun. Which one is really the king? Let's kick things off with the big one, the number that gets all the pub bores excited: top speed. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus has been clocked at an utterly staggering 304 miles per hour. That's 490 kilometers per hour for those of you who prefer metric. Imagine the engineering lunacy required to make something with number plates and air conditioning go that fast. The Chiron smashes through the 300 miles per hour barrier like a runaway train. It needs every bit of its 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine. The tires are specially designed by Michelin to withstand extreme pressures. The air becomes a thick wall that the Chiron punches through with brute force. In a straight line, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus would majestically leave the F1 car in its dust. Right. Top speed is one thing, a glorious, chest-thumping metric. But what about getting there? What about that initial, violent shove in the back? I'm talking, of course, about acceleration. The Formula One car will hit 100 kilometers per hour in around 2.4 seconds. This incredible alacrity is thanks to a perfect storm of factors. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Bugatti Chiron also claims a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of around 2.4 seconds. Yes, you heard that right. This behemoth can match the F1 car in that initial sprint. The answer, my friends, is simple. Power! And a very clever all-wheel drive system. So, neck and neck to 100 kilometers per hour. But that, as with top speed, is only part of the story. Alright, we've talked speed, we've talked grunt. Now let's talk about something that, in the world of performance, is arguably more important than either weight. Or more accurately, the distinct lack of it. The Formula One car, even with its complex hybrid powertrain and all the safety gubbins mandated by those killjoys at the FIA, tips the scales at around 798 kilograms. That's the minimum regulation weight, without fuel, mind you. To put that into perspective, that's less than a modern Fiat 500. This extraordinary lightness is the secret sauce, the magic ingredient that allows F1 cars to do the frankly unbelievable things they do. Now, let's amble over to the Bugatti Chiron's corner of the weighbridge. This magnificent machine weighs in at approximately 1,977 kilograms. Yes, that's nearly 2 metric tons. This isn't a criticism of the Chiron, not entirely. But that weight difference has profound implications. The F1 car, by contrast, is a featherweight. Now we arrive at the pointy end of performance, the bit that separates the truly great from the merely fast cornering and handling. This is where an F1 car transforms from just a very quick machine into something that defies belief. The secret? Downforce. Glorious, invisible, mind-bending downforce. These cars are festooned with wings, diffusers, barge boards, and all manner of aerodynamic trickery designed to suck the car onto the tarmac. At speed, an F1 car generates so much downforce, it could theoretically drive upside down on the ceiling of a tunnel. The result of all this aerodynamic voodoo is that an F1 car can corner at speeds that would simply fling a normal car into the scenery. We're talking lateral G-forces of up to 5 or even 6G. The steering is telepathically direct. The car responds to the minutest inputs with an immediacy that's almost alarming. Then we have the Bugatti Chiron. For a road car, especially one weighing as much as a small commercial vehicle, it handles remarkably well. But let's be brutally honest here. So we've poked and prodded these two automotive behemoths, examining their strengths and, dare I say, weaknesses. But what happens when we stop talking numbers and hypotheticals and put them where it really counts? On a proper racetrack. Let's imagine, for a moment, we're at a classic Formula One circuit. Silverstone perhaps, or the Temple of Speed, Monza. This is the F1 car's natural habitat, the place it was born and bred to dominate. And dominate it does. On any given Formula One circuit, a modern F1 car would lap, and I mean utterly demolish, any road car ever conceived, including our beloved Bugatti Chiron. We're not talking a second or two here. We're talking a chasm. 10, 15, maybe even 20 seconds faster per lap. By the time the Chiron has heaved its luxurious mass across the start-finish line, the F1 car would be halfway around its next lap. This isn't to say the Chiron would be slow, far from it, but it would be comprehensively outclassed. The F1 car's combination of low weight, insane downforce, and brakes that could stop time itself means it can carry vastly more speed through every single corner. Let's delve into the mechanical hearts of these magnificent machines, the engines. Both are marvels of engineering, achieving colossal outputs in vastly different ways. First, the Bugatti Chiron's 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16. 16 cylinders, force-fed by 4 turbochargers. It churns out up to 1,600 horsepower. The sound is a deep, guttural bellow of immense power. Contrast that with the Formula One car's power unit, a 1.6-liter V6 turbocharged engine. Combined with its hybrid system, it produces around 1,000 horsepower, a masterpiece of efficiency and clever engineering. Two very different approaches. Now let's talk about the rather vulgar but undeniably important subject of money. Because, let's face it, neither of these automotive masterpieces comes cheap. In fact, they operate in a financial stratosphere that makes most lottery wins look like pocket money. Let's start with the Bugatti Chiron. If you fancy parking one of these on your driveway, you'll need to find, somewhere down the back of your diamond-encrusted sofa, around $3 million US. For that not inconsiderable sum, you get a car that is hand-built, exquisitely finished, and capable of feats that defy logic. You get the W16 engine, the luxurious interior, the badge kudos, and the ability to tell everyone you own one of the fastest, most exclusive road cars on the planet. It's a statement piece, an investment in automotive art as much as it is a mode of transport. And crucially, you can actually buy one. Now, let's consider the Formula One car. This is where things get a bit different. You can't just walk into a showroom and buy a current spec F1 car. They are not for sale to the general public. These are bespoke racing machines, built by teams for the sole purpose of winning races. This brings us to a rather fundamental, and some might say glaringly obvious difference between our two contenders' usability. Or, to be more precise, where on God's green earth can you actually drive these things? Let's start with the Bugatti Chiron. Despite its earth-shattering performance and eye-watering price tag, it is, at the end of the day, a road car. It has headlights, indicators, number plates, and even a surprisingly compliant ride for something capable of exceeding 300 off. You can, theoretically, drive a Chiron to the shops to pick up a pint of milk, though parking might be an issue. You can take it on a grand tour across continents, wafting along in air-conditioned, leather-lined comfort. It has a stereo, satellite navigation, and even a small boot for your diamond-encrusted luggage. It's designed to be usable, albeit in a very extreme way. Now, the Formula One car. Street legal? Don't make me laugh. An F1 car is about as street legal as a nuclear submarine. It has no headlights in the conventional sense, no indicators, no horn, other than the glorious shriek of its engine. And its ride height is measured in millimeters. A speed bump would be an insurmountable obstacle. So, after all that, where do we stand? The F1 car, with its ludicrous downforce, its featherweight construction, and its single-minded devotion to lap times, is undeniably the faster machine around a racetrack. It's a technological marvel, a pure expression of speed. In the end, the F1 car wins the race, comprehensively. It's built to do just that, and it does it better than almost anything else with wheels. If your only goal is to obliterate lap records and experience the absolute zenith of automotive performance, then the F1 car is your champion. But, and it's a very big but, The Bugatti Chiron has a different kind of magic. It's a car that blends mind-bending speed with opulent luxury in a way that few, if any others, can match. It's a car you can actually own, a car you can drive on real roads, a car that makes every journey an event. Would you rather be a racing god on the track or the king of the streets in luxury? Which would you choose? Type F1 or Chiron below. Let the debate commence.